Welcome back to the final installment of the AI plus Human Song from Scratch series. I've learned quite a bit from this, and hopefully you have as well. First thing I'm going to do is preview a little bit of each of these mixes as a reminder. And as you can see, I've added my mix to the challenge, as it were. I do have to confess that I had to redo the iZotope mix because I had forgotten to assign some of the reverb sends, but other than that, it's exactly the same as it was last time. So let's just have a quick listen here.
I used to be trapped in a cage of my own making. I used to be trapped in a cage of my own making. I used to be trapped in a cage of my own making.
As you can hear, they're all quite different in tone and balance. My own version is I've used kind of my own tried and tested settings and things that I go to, which is kind of the same as what these automated systems are doing. I'm starting to call them automated systems now because I'm not seeing a lot of AI. They may have used AI in calculating them, but I feel like they're just all kind of calling up little preset-y sort of things every time and adapting them. And I mean, okay, sort of intelligent, but it's not what I equate as the AI. Right, next little clip will be the chorus. Let's see how they panned out.
I'm free to move on to a brighter tomorrow. I'm free to move on to a brighter tomorrow. I'm free to move on to a brighter tomorrow.
Again, still all sounding quite different. I suppose we may as well get going on the automated mastering. So starting with Ozone. Normally I would just use the generic settings, but for this, may as well go the whole hog and use a reference tune. So I loaded a synthwave track, Automatic Call by Nina. And that way, Ozone's going to use that as a reference while it's choosing its compression and EQ settings. Sonible doesn't have that, but we can sort of do it with the tools they do have. So that's why I'd like to do it this way. All right, let's run it.
I'm free to move on.
All right, on equalizer, a little cut in the low shelf, a little boost in the high shelf. Actually quite a big boost, 1.6. Well, it's mastering. That's big for mastering. No dynamics. Dynamic EQ, yes.
I'm free to move on to a brighter tomorrow.
I found that these settings, the dynamics, are pretty much preset to a few places. It's not like they, hone in on anything. They're like, yeah, we know that there's usually a bit of muddiness down here and so on. But, that's what I suppose the AI learning discovered. Okay, so it's using the transient algorithm on IRC4. And let's see what...
I'm free to move on to a brighter tomorrow. I'm leaving behind.
Okay, so the reading's a little different here, the LUFS reading comparatively to what it's trying to aim for. And I want to push it higher anyway. I don't like mastering the 14, so let's make it more like 9.5. And I'm going to call up their insight to double check that we're getting that, because sometimes I feel like the numbers wander a little bit. Okay, so I just hit go, learn threshold, and it should match, it should try to achieve that level there.
I'm free to move
Okay, that's close enough. So we'll leave that at that. Moving on. Now we're going to try and do the same thing with the Sonible. I have to use separate tools though, because they haven't got a combined tool as of yet. Considering the tools they have in their roster, they certainly have the ability to make a combined tool that does automatic mastering. So I have a theory that we'll see one day. But in the meantime, we'll have to EQ and tone match to the reference tune. We'll have to do that in stages. So first stage will be EQing, and they don't have a factory setting for a full mix. So I'm just going to use the universal.
I'm free to move on to a brighter tomorrow. I'm leaving behind all the doubts.
Okay, it hasn't really done much. It's taken a little bit of the low mids out, which were definitely heavy. I think the way this one works is it's probably got like a pink noise curve or something that it's referencing to, because this is, I don't know, it's unusual, this EQ, and really the excessive thing was the lower mids, so it's pulled that, which is good. But what I'm going to do now is use their true balance. So I'm going to have to manually sort of do what iZotope did with using the reference tune. So in true balance, it gives you a curve from a selection of presets or an actual track that you can load up. So let's load up our Nina track again, and it's given us this curve. When I hit go, you'll see this Nina's curve here start to rise up to the level of our tracks.
I'm free to move on.
Okay, and that follows the dynamics of the track. So if I was to play another part, see how it starts to sync, and I find that really annoying. So I mean, it's useful if you're using this for a whole track, but if you just want to take the loudest section like this, you want to lock it. So I will hit go again, and then I'll turn auto off once it's closer to our line there.
I'm free to move on to a brighter tomorrow. I'm leaving behind all the doubts and the
I gave it a little push. Okay. So let's say the bass is correct. This dip here is pretty good. So really what we need to do is just push the high end. It's a little awkward because that's quite a dramatic fall off at this point. Anyway, so I'll drop another smart EQ. But this time I'll use it as a manual EQ. So we're good to about 3K, and then it's, I'm going to call that 9. There's a peak at 9K, so let's drop in peak here at 9K.
I'm free to move on to a brighter tomorrow. I'm leaving behind all the doubts and the sorrow. I'm free to move on to a brighter tomorrow. I'm leaving behind all the doubts and the sorrow. I'm free to move on to a brighter tomorrow. I'm leaving behind all the doubts and the sorrow. I'm free to move on to a brighter tomorrow. I'm leaving behind.
Okay, so this is my manual version using their tools to emulate using a reference track. And well, it's not emulating, it actually is using a reference track. Seems quite quite a lot of top in the reference track, which I suppose the iZotope has done as well.
I'm free to move on.
Okay, the only problem is now I need to run it through Smart Limit, which I don't have on this computer because my demo expired. So I've put it on another computer. So I'll export this, run it through Smart Limiter, and I'll see you back in a minute or a second. So finally, I'm going to add my chain that I created to be my version of a mastering chain for this. Okay, I won't go into the details. It's just that's a whole different video, so let's not go there. So we'll start again with the first verse. And we'll go iZotope. Let's hide this one as well because it's, this one, because this is pre-limiting. Okay, so we'll start with iZotope, then Sonible, and then my mix and master chain, and see how things have changed from the start of the video.
I used to be trapped in a cage of my own making. I used to be trapped in a cage of my own making. I used to be trapped in a cage of my own making.
I think you'll agree, they're all pretty good now. Didn't necessarily seem like that when we started with the mix, just at the mix point, but adding these extra mastering flavors has definitely helped them all out. So let's do a whole chorus and the instrumental bit afterwards for each of the three.
I'm free to move on to a brighter tomorrow. I'm leaving behind all the doubts and the sorrow. I'm free to move on to a brighter tomorrow. I'm leaving behind all the doubts and the sorrow. I'm free to move on to a brighter tomorrow. I'm leaving behind all the doubts and the sorrow.
Okay, well, obviously I'm biased towards my own mix. It's a little darker than the others, but people are going to like the brighter mixes. They always do. I like a little more warmth and bass. Definitely, I feel like the iZotope's got a nudged ahead to the Sonible on this one. Anyway, it's not really super easy to demo these properly like this, so I will make these available for download if you actually want to compare them to each other like I've got here, so that you can switch between them at will. I would find it really difficult not to tweak all of them from this point on. I suppose that is the point, right? Where the intelligent assistant is meant to give us a good starting point and get us in a good place. They're not trying to finish the track completely for you because, again, the AI or the technology behind this really doesn't know what you're aiming for. And if you start giving it, enough input to say how you would like it, you're basically doing the mix anyway, right? It is a collaboration, let's put it that way. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. And again, hopefully you enjoyed this series. I learned a lot during it, and I've come up with some ideas for some new workflows. So that's kind of fun. Yeah. So there you are. This is where I am with AI at the moment. Don't know about you, but I'm sure we're all going to be feeling it soon because it just seems like a relentless movement in all aspects in visuals and sound. So future might be bright or it might be really boring. Take it easy and we'll see you soon.